So I think we can start. All right. Thank you for coming. You can sit up front. There's only yeah. Good morning, everyone. In the Philippines, we say magandang umaga. It means good morning. So I am Marcian Hinyo, librarian from the University of the Philippines, Diliman. And I will also be representing our group, SDG Sulong. With me is Miss Eunice Ann Tukchua, Miss Esposo Betan, Sharon Maria, and Nicolas Timosa, who's presenting another paper in another room in the Lightning Talks. And for this session, I'll be sharing our project, SDG Tampok, or SDG Highlights in English, celebrating the Philippine Libraries' SDG-related stories. All right, so Sulong is so the four of us are part of the group called SDG Sulong, an initiative established to highlight the significance of libraries in achieving SDGs and to recognize and to amplify the unique programs developed by libraries across the country in the Philippines. Sulong is a Filipino word meaning to advance or to move forward. No? So hence, to advance or to move forward the sustainable development goals. So our guiding principles are these three terms in Filipino. We hope to inspire libraries to create, that's lumikha, SDG-related activities or initiatives, act or kumilos on these initiatives, and lastly, magbahagi, to share them with others. And we think of this as a cycle wherein we continuously create initiatives, we act on them, and then share them with other libraries. Now, in every project, especially with the Sustainable Development Goals, the 2030 Agenda, it is imperative to assess its progress. No, we all know that the deadline for the SDGs is 2030. We have 5 years from now. So, looking at the Sustainable Development Report, the progress assessment reveals that the world is severely off track in achieving the 2030 agenda. So no goal currently is on track to be met by 2030. If we look at it locally in our country, in the Philippines, still according to the Sustainable Development Report, only one goal, that's SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, has been marked as achieved. The remaining 16 goals are flagged with varying degrees of concern, either categories challenge as challenges remain, significant challenges remain, or major challenges remain. So another point is that if you look at the library map of the world by IFLA, it is published by IFLA, there is only one contribution from the Philippines, and that is from our national library. The entry is an extension program of the National Library of the Philippines, where they promote reading and learning through storytelling, read aloud sessions, along with other activities such as arts and crafts. So the beneficiaries also receive instruction on proper grooming, good hygiene, and socialization. So given this context, these are the reasons why we launched and created our group SDG Sulong. No? So more than just the name, we aim to record and compile Philippine libraries, SDG-related initiatives, their stories, and how they are or were able to advance the attainment of the SDGs. Directly or indirectly, we hope to inspire libraries and communities to create, act, and share initiatives in fulfilling the SDGs. So this is how we envision the map by the end of 2030. So if you'll notice, some parts are colored with views related to SDGs. We envision, as you remember, each SDG, there are certain colors associated with each SDG. So envision that by the end of 2030, we will be able to color the map of the Philippines with the most dominant SDG per locality or per region. So to make this vision a reality, we seek and make use of all available platforms and opportunities to advance our cause. We are grateful to CELogic, a library solutions provider, for helping us jumpstart this advocacy. They were the first to acknowledge the issue at hand and extend their support. No? So in the photo, is my co-author, Miss Eunice. She's here. Soft launching SDG Sulong during CE Logic's National Conference. Next, we co-organized a free online webinar workshop, again with CE Logic. This webinar was free and provided 3 CPD points. Because CPD is a requirement for librarians renewal in the new renewal of our licenses in the Philippines. The event examined how libraries can advance the SDGs and explore ways to align their services and programs with sustainable development priorities. So the program featured 3 esteemed Filipino SDGs champions: Attorney Reverie Pure, G. Sapain of National Economic and Development Authority, because there's in the Philippines, we have a subcommittee on SDGs under this government agency who discussed the national SDG initiatives and provided Philippine government context on SDGs. Next is Dr. Reza C. Alenzuela, who shared global perspectives on libraries and SDGs, and Ms. Elvira Bilapo, she's here, our bossing, our university librarian of the University of the Philippines, and member of the Asia-Oceania Regional Division Committee of IFLA, who discussed practical strategies and local experiences on how libraries can meet the SDGs. Also, this free webinar workshop attracted 1,474 unique participants. No, mostly they're librarians with some participation with LIS students. This number is already quite big, considering that there are only around 10,000 active librarians in the Philippines. So at the end of the program, we conducted a workshop using the American Library Association SDG library chart. This chart contains 17 boxes, 1 for each goal, where participants recorded library services and programs aligned with each goal. And another platform that we had was when SDG Sulong was invited by the Philippine Librarians Association Incorporated, or PLI, during the 2023 National Congress to deliver a reorientation and update on the SDGs in a plenary session. So PLI Congress is the biggest gathering of all librarians in the Philippines. So while we usually deliver talks in English, we used Filipino during this session to make the discussion more grounded and relatable. So we wanted participants to feel that SDGs are not overly technical and that we don't always need grand initiatives. Sometimes it starts with awareness and small little steps from libraries. We're also able to present our paper last year at Consal in Malaysia, which was specifically based on the workshop we conducted with CE Logic. So to share with you the results of the paper, we analyzed the familiarity of participants with the SDGs during the pre-workshop and the post-webinar workshop. So we found that the familiarity level shifted mostly from moderately familiar in the pre-webinar to very familiar in the post-webinar. So the results show that a clear improvement in participants' familiarity with the SDGs following the workshop. The findings also indicate a notable increase in participant-identified strategies for promoting SDGs, SDG awareness following the workshop. So educational campaigns or workshops remained the most frequently identified strategy. In the context of challenges, the data reflects that after the workshop, participants were able to identify more specific operational challenges, particularly those related to resource limitations, limited funding, limited staffing, community engagement, and institutional support. So these insights suggest that while there is heightened awareness of SDG-related goals, practical barriers to implementation remain significant. We also analyzed the workshop outputs and created the heat map to distribute the SDG-related initiatives. So the darker shades represent higher figures, while the lighter shades such as light yellow and green represent fewer figures. In this heat map, most of the workshop outputs were either categorized as with a goal, meaning libraries plan to implement them, or no response at all. So aside from these two SDG 4, had the highest number of initiatives, mostly categorized under awareness and education initiatives. So, very quickly, we concluded that SDG awareness and familiarity among librarians can grow significantly through structured learning experiences like workshops, especially when these are contextualized and localized for the audience. So, based on the workshop outputs, most Philippine libraries contribute to the SDGs by focusing strongly on awareness and education. So library efforts do not have to be grand. Again, meaningful action starts with what is already available and feasible in the library. So now, the highlight of the project is our call for stories. No? So in every platform or opportunity that we have, we always end with a call for stories. No? So this is a rolling call, inviting libraries to share their SDG-related stories with us, so that in return, we can also share their stories with other libraries with the hope that they take inspiration from this initiative. So if you scan the QR code, you will be directed to a Google form where libraries can submit their stories. So since 2024, we have received a total of 39 stories from 27 institutions. So 12 came from private institutions, while 15 came from government institutions. So in terms of library type, academic libraries contributed the majority of stories with 21 libraries, followed by public libraries, school libraries, and then special libraries. Beyond these figures, we want to emphasize that the primary goal is to celebrate the Philippine libraries' SDG stories rather than merely quantify them. So to do this, we launched our series called SDG Tampok, which means to highlight or to spotlight in Filipino. So this is our way of celebrating their stories by highlighting their initiatives. So this is a sample of the publication material that we created for Ifugao State University. So let's briefly dissect each part of the poster. Alright, so the background of the poster, I think you can see it, but it should be colored. The background is the university itself to give respect to and establish the identity of the institution. On the upper right, the yellow font is the name of the institution. In this case, Ifugao State University, Lamot Campus. We also include the type of the library. This one is an academic library. And at the center of the poster, which is the highlight, or the library's SDG initiatives, together with the SDG being addressed, and a short context explaining the initiative. And when we post these stories on our Facebook and Instagram pages, we write the stories both in English and in Filipino so everyone can easily understand and read them. So it is our position that Filipino librarians, to fully understand and appreciate the SDGs, this must be contextualized and at the local level and communicated in a language that they are most comfortable with. So in our case, Filipino. Now, let's turn this into a storytelling session. So we have a lot of SDG kwento or stories in English to share with you, but we'll just share a few initiatives. Our first SDG kwento in the SDG Tampok series is from Mindanao State University, an academic library. So they have GAD and Peace Corners, where they collect and showcase materials on peace and gender-related information. So this initiative contributes to SDGs 5 and 16. That's gender equality and peace, justice, and strong institutions. So from Batangas State University, they have an initiative called Colorful Conversations. So this is a coloring activity that allows library users to take a short break from academic stress. At Don Bosco Technical College in Cebu, students are invited every Wednesday for an information literacy session. So the aim is to enhance awareness on research skills and strategies and collaboration with the Student Services Office. No? So directly contributing to SDGs 4 and 17. So next is from the University of Antique Tario Lim Memorial Campus with their initiative called Libru Corner. So Libru is a portmanteau of library and brew, as in brewing coffee in the library. Librew Corner provides free coffee, biscuits, and bread during major exams, contributing to SDG 2, Zero Hunger. Our second to the last story is an extension project or activity of Capiz State University, Pontevedra campus titled Pag-ulikid. So Pag-ulikid is a Hiligaynon word, another language in the Philippines, meaning compassion for others. So the program focuses on establishing and supporting community-based reading centers and child and youth development spaces while integrating values formation, sanitation and hygiene education, storytelling, and the provision of educational materials. Implemented over multiple years, the initiative responds to the educational, psychosocial, and developmental needs of children, parents, adults, and vulnerable groups. So lastly, we have an extension program from the University of the Philippines, Diliman. So this is a shameless plug, titled Librarians Empowerment Action of Diliman, or LEAD, basically. So this program has been running since 2018 and has undergone multiple phases, focuses on providing information literacy to underprivileged and marginalized sectors within and beyond our campus, UP Diliman. So generally, LEAD contributes to SDGs 4 and 10, but its program design is based on community assessment to better serve the community. So in its fourth phase, LEAD traveled by boat for about 30 to 40 minutes to reach an island in Bulacan. No, so you can see the members of the committee here. And on the other side, on the right side, are the audience during a session on FACE, or physical hygiene and sanitation education. And lastly, no, I just want to leave this with you. In SDG Sulong, we hope that by sharing these stories, we inspire other libraries to embrace the social responsibility and contribute meaningfully to the overarching goal of the SDGs, which is a sustainable and equitable future for all. So if you'd like to know more about our advocacy, or if you want to partner with us or collab with us, you can reach us through our email, sdg.sulong@gmail.com, and on our Facebook and Instagram pages, SDG Sulong, where we post our stories, SDG Tampok and the SDG Kwento. So in every presentation, we always say, sama-sama po tayo sa mga sustenibleng aklatan. In English, we're all in this together on the path towards sustainable library. So maraming salamat po sa pakikinig, and thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Do you have any questions? I'll moderate this session. Do you have any questions or clarifications, or if you want to reach out to us for a possible collaboration, or yeah, we're very open to it. So, or maybe we can take a picture later since we're only few here in the group. So, yeah. Can we? Do you have any questions? Go, ma'am.
Actually, this is question related to my work previously with IFLA. There's this section in the IFLA website that refers to specific stories about the SDG implementation promotion. They call the SDG stories. Okay, hosted by that site of IFLA. Do you have plans to actually share the stories to the IFLA SDG stories? Because it's going to be really a good addition to those stories.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Actually, we're just preparing our stories to be uploaded there. We also have the library map of the world, which I mentioned earlier that only the National Library of the Philippines has entry to it, just one. So we're planning to compile more stories and then share it with the SDG stories, because even in that publication, po, ma'am, even in that publication, there's only one, which is the National Library of the Philippines. So we're just hoping to have a localized version first of the map of the world, maybe just for the Philippines first, and then we share it with the IFLA. Thank you, ma'am. Nico, do you have any question? Nico is my co-author in this paper, and Eunice is here. Thank you. Go ahead.
It's not just it's not a question, but hi, I'm JC from Sarawak State Library, Malaysia. In Sarawak State Library, we also do SDG programs to the community and also to government department. So I see your presentation. It is quite nice, and I think your contribution to your community is really nice. In Sarawak State Library, we also do the same. Yeah, we do something to community, with community and for community. So maybe we would like to invite you to our session afterwards, lightning session. Okay, so maybe we can share what we do in our library. Yeah, so maybe we can meet afterwards. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, I'm Emily from University of Nebraska in the United States. I just want to say thank you for sharing these stories because it gives me some ideas of really tangible ways to outline steps toward fulfilling some of the SDGs. And I was unfamiliar with some of the resources, so thank you for your very well presented and nicely organized project. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for attending, ma'am.